Overwatch 2 has a serious problem with role balance. Specifically, the support role feels completely overwhelming and overturned. At least, these are the complaints that I always hear on YouTube videos of popular content creators, on Reddit, as well as Blizzard forums, and I've been listening to that since the season 1 of Overwatch 2. And before I explain my point of view, I need to talk about roles in general. So we have a tank, which is basically just a weaker DPS character with a little bit more HP and some clunky ability that allows you to kinda stay alive for some long period of time. Tanks are just terrible to play and they feel super clunky and absolutely unfun. The only good thing about this role is that the queue times are extremely fast in comparison with DPS and the support role. I usually wait for not more than 2 minutes on a tank, while on a support I have to wait at least 10 to get a game. And when I do get a game, holy, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. As a tank, you are expected to lead your team, protect everyone at the cost of your own life for the majority of the time. You are obligated to catch every crowd control ability in the game, whether that's gonna be a Discord orb, anti-sleep, you're gonna get hindered, hacked. Oh god, don't get me started on that. You need to call out targets, push, deny space, deal same or more amounts of damage than your DPS while playing some heavy and big brick like Orisa or Sigma. They are exceptionally boring to do so, but you are in a jail. If you would wanna play some cool and interesting tank, you will end up in a situation where people just gonna play Sombra against dive tanks, or Bastion, or Sombra Bastion, and that's happening because nothing dies if you are going alone, and this is gonna be one of the most major problems support have right now. Literally, you are playing against like 2 characters that can single-handedly resurrect someone from being dead and then keep them alive throughout. Like, you can stand still and your healing is gonna be way superior than the damage your opponents deal to you. It's actually crazy. There are some clips where a dude is grabbing someone, and then the dude who got grabbed as a soldier placing his healing pod, and then he's getting naded by Ana and then Suzu'd by Kiriko, and your grab turns from a very deadly lethal weapon to, excuse me, what the hell is that button that I just pressed? DPS role is also in big shambles. It is incredibly difficult to balance everything, and you either have characters that are completely dominant and have such an incredible amounts of burst damage. They have short windows where they can completely devour you alive. I'm talking about the Bastion in his turret form, where if you are somewhere like roaming, you are dead. Or I'm talking about Widowmaker with one-shot headshot ability, and there is just nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. We're currently in the brawl/poke meta where you're just mindlessly standing and shooting each other from distance, and this also encourages static supports that are just taking care of your tank. And as a dive DPS, I feel like you don't have time and place in this game anymore. Wanted to play Genji and wanted to engage onto an enemy Ana and perhaps kill her by yourself, because DPS character supposed to kill a support character, or am I wrong? So let's imagine the situation. You are Genji, you are dashing in, you land your kunais. I'm just gonna nade myself. I'm gonna try to sleep you. If I miss, I can try to land a few hipfire shots, and if I hit one of them, you are already 1 HP, and either my team can capitalize on that, or you have to disengage and distract your support so they can help you. Right. Dive character can't kill the support, and this has been the problem since the season 6, I believe. Imagine you are playing Tracer in season 6 and season 7 against Illari. It takes me 2 bullets to kill you. It doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't matter how many bullets you hit. I have a mercy pocket myself, which is called Healing Pylon, and I am immortal. If you are diving me alone, I am immortal. If you are diving me with a dive tank, such as Winston, for example, right? Like lore accurate Tracer, Sombra, Winston. Well, Sombra wasn't lore accurate, doesn't matter. Tracer, Sombra, Winston. We just go Bastion, we just go Brig, and we go Ana, and nothing dies again. This is actually crazy. I feel so pissed off speaking about this, but it is what it is. Another big problem with DPS in the current state of the game is that if you want to reliably climb ranks and win more than you lose, or at least a little bit more than you lose, like let's say 55%, in the long run that's a good win rate, because on 100 games you're gonna win 55, right? And lose, never mind, I'm just terrible at math. Cut that out, please. So there is just no variety at higher levels, and your amazing mechanical skill doesn't mean anything. Again, you can be the best Tracer player in the game. If you are playing against certain comp and they are up to your level, nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Well, that's a very stupid example. Don't quote me on that. So but if you want to OTP a DPS character, you're just gonna stay in plat, or whenever you are, maybe like 35 ranks below what you once was when you were abusing some overpowered stuff like Bastion or something. Like I am a grandmaster level on Bastion, but when I take Genji, I am literally like Diamond 2 or some stuff. So this is really difficult. And finally, it is time to speak about the main thing that you wanted to hear about, the support role, right? So in Season 7, in the current state of the game, support is hands down the most fun, the most versatile, the most interesting role that Overwatch can possibly offer you. And you can be anything. You can be a tank, whether it's gonna be Brig with a shield, like a mini Reinhardt. You can be a pocket when you are just an e-girl that doesn't want to aim train and she's just standing behind the corner, taking care of her man that's providing for her. This is the natural state of life, you know? And this is beautiful. I love it. You can be like a deadly assassin, like Illari. You just go on the flank and two-tap everyone. Like, and you are unkillable, you know? You have a better duel against pretty much every single character in the game. You can either run away because you have a jail-free card, which is called Pylon, and you have a boop, which is boops you away as well, and then you can always like just 3-tap them. Soldier, doesn't matter. Cassidy, doesn't matter. Widowmaker, bro, the amount of times I killed Widowmaker as Illari is just way too many to count. It's actually crazy. The problem with support is, again, it's pretty much the same. Nothing dies, man. Nothing dies. It doesn't matter how many bullets I hit on a soldier. There is nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. If Ana hits 2 shots on a target, it goes from being low HP to full HP if it's a squishy target. And I can also nade my tank, and perhaps this nade is gonna catch the enemy tank as well. And my tank is gonna be yellow naded, and the enemy tank is gonna be purple naded. And guess what? They go from being like in a very fair fight to being in a very unfair fight. And you might say, oh Chris, but what if we have Ana on both sides? Well, you see, it doesn't work like that. What if you have a Lucio player and a Mercy player on your team? GG's. By the way, it's always... Well, my cat is doing some weird moves. I need to... Good. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So tank role is just feels terrible because supports can make it that way. You know, the worst thing that can happen in life will happen because of people around you. And yeah, this is stuff. And then again, support characters have put you in a jail. I can't play Lucio. I can't. It's not reliable. I know that I will never be able to climb to grandmaster with Lucio alone OTP. I know I won't be able to do that with Lifeweaver because support. Let's take that into consideration. This is actually crazy. As a support, you are expected to initiate and be a pacemaker. What I'm saying by that is, when I'm playing Ana, I understand that my DPS characters are completely useless without me. I understand that my tank is completely useless without me. Let's pretend that we are playing on Dorado, high verticality map, and we are defending, right? We have Diva, And that diva has no chance of killing an enemy target without me, without my nade, without my sleep, without my help, and this is beautiful and horrible at the same time, because sometimes people don't want to play that. People want to play Kiriko, which is more of like a defensive option, or they God forbid, they just play Mercy Lifeweaver. Like, damn, I understand that this is what Overwatch support intended to be at the first place, like you're just heal botting or something, and I would say that it might be fun for some people, but bro, I can just take Illari and be a third DPS, and I absolutely don't care. I just don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Strange, right? Strange world we are living in. Okay, what else do I have in my notes? I kind of stranded away from them. So we spoke about this one. All right. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a very important topic. What do you think is gonna happen if we start nerfing something? I feel like, so we are coming back to the same thing when I said support is the most balanced role. Why? Because if you start messing with it, something will break. Just like in the universe, if you weaken something, something becomes strong. It's not like you make something weak and nothing happens. There is always a consequence to your moves. So if you think massive healing is the most annoying thing about supports, it's not. I feel like healing is very important, because without it, your tank is gonna be immortal. Your tank is gonna be like super easily killable, and burst damage is gonna get so much better. Like imagine you are playing Widowmaker and I can double body shot, which is pretty easy to do. So like I double shot a target and he dies, and I have no time because my healing is reduced, my healing is nerfed. I don't have time to save my teammate, while in reality, by the time Widowmaker lands her second shot, I already healed my boy to the full and he is not in danger anymore. Maybe we need to get rid of damage on supports. Well, you see, tanks are gonna get stronger this way, and we don't want tanks to get stronger because tanks are not buying enough skins. You know, support is the most supportive group, which is a very nice analogy. They are buying the most skins, they are the most loyal fan base category, and you don't want to do that. You can kill a tank indirectly if you shoot supports, if you distract supports, if you distract DPS, right? You can kill them with Illari, for example. Reinhardt is getting constantly healed, nothing dies. What I need to do, I need to like create a situation where Ana is not looking at Reinhardt, right? And this is how I win the game. So nerfing damage is, I feel like, just gonna make things work. You get rid of Ana nade, and I feel like things are gonna get even worse as well. So for the people who think that balancing is super easy, it is absolutely not. So anyways, I can talk about this forever, but I feel like it honestly doesn't matter. No one knows how to fix things, and until Blizzard is gonna take care of the AI that will balance the game for them. So imagine you are playing chess and you can calculate moves in chess, right? So it's been a very common practice for like last 40 years, right, or something, or maybe 30, when was the computers for chess were launched, computer programs. Can we do the same with characters? Can we go for an AI, a trained AI that will simulate experiences based on the numbers you get? So for example, you damage nerf Sombra for 5 damage, or like for 2 damage. 5 is just a lot. How it will affect like this thing and how it will affect that thing, I don't know. Just in universe, everything is in perfect chaos. We live in such a hectic world, yet we find it beautiful, we find it amazing, and I feel like people who are dissatisfied with the game are just dissatisfied with themselves, and there is just nothing you can do about it. Fix your life, and game is gonna fix itself for you, because the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. See you in the next one. Take care.